There's an agenda. We're not in the know.
Hollister traffic, Aero 1939 Hotel, 6 miles to the north inbound, left traffic, 31 full stop, Hollister.
When we left after our first visit here 2 years ago, we never imagined we'd return for an L39 flight. But as incredible as flying a jet capable of nearly 485 miles per hour was, it wasn't what made this trip unforgettable. Today we are finishing off Volume 1 of our Northern California series, and yes, I do know this is not Northern California but instead the Salinas Valley. But either way, there are moments when we've been to airports and we can feel how much people love aviation for no other reason that they love the freedom of flight. And even though I would get spoiled today, Irene would also be receiving her own surprise on our visit to Hollister Municipal Airport. One of the best things about this airport is that it's usually known for clear weather. But of course, the day we decided to visit was the day the marine layer pushed it deep into the valley. You can still see a few clouds lingering here and there, so we made sure that we had a pop-up IFR in our back pockets just in case the layer hadn't lifted by the time we arrived. Initially, the ceiling was around 900 feet, while the instrument approach minimums were down to 500 feet, so having that option gave us a little extra insurance. Moments like these is exactly why I earned my instrument rating, not because I plan to fly in bad weather, but because it gives us a safe backup when conditions don't go as planned. Now, quick side story about that instrument rating. A little over 3 years ago, I had only been a private pilot for about 5 months, and we were finally heading to one of our bucket list destinations, Sedona. The only problem was a thin layer of overcast sitting over Corona. It was only about 200 feet thick, thin enough that you could almost see blue skies above, but thick enough to make it both illegal and unsafe for a VFR pilot to climb through. And that trip never happened.
Hollister traffic, Aero 1939 Hotel, entering the 45 for 31, full stop, Hollister.
And after having to cancel a trip over some clouds, the very next week I started my instrument training because I never wanted weather like that to keep us grounded again. While today's challenge wasn't on departure, there was a good chance our arrival would have been scrubbed if I hadn't earned my instrument rating. I've said it many times before, and this flight was another reminder why I absolutely love having my instrument rating.
Hollister traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, entering left downwind, 31, Hollister.
Now talk about history. We literally received a 139-page document titled From Grass Strip to Airport, a History of the Hollister Municipal Airport. Obviously, we're only going to give you a highly abbreviated version today, but if you're interested, as it does have some amazing images of aircraft, logbooks, and of course the airport, we'll have it available on our Patreon for free. You don't have to be a paying member, and we'll link it in the description below. Hollister Municipal Airport's history began in 1912, just 9 years after the Wright brothers' first powered flight, when airplanes first visited the area to perform demonstration flights for curious crowds.
Hollister traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning left base, 31, Hollister.
As aviation captured the imagination of the community, local landowners donated a grass field that became Hollister's first official airport. And eventually, volunteers and local businesses worked together to grade the runway and construct the airport's first hangar.
Hollister traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning final, 31 Hollister.
During the late 1920s and 30s, the airport flourished as aviation entered its golden age. Hollister hosted large air shows, welcomed famous aviators, and became known for its annual air races and parachute demonstration. As aviation continued to grow, the airport expanded with flight training, maintenance facilities, weather services, underground fueling systems, and night lighting, becoming an important aviation hub for the region. The airport's most significant transformation came during World War II when it became Naval Auxiliary Air Station Hollister. The U.S. Navy used the airport to train naval aviators before they deployed to the Pacific Theater, making Hollister an important part of America's wartime pilot training network. After the war, the airport returned to civilian use and continued evolving. In 1989, Hollister became one of California's premier soaring destinations after two well-known glider ports in Livermore and Fremont closed, bringing much of the region's glider community to this airport. Now, both the reputation of the airport and gliding reached new heights, no pun intended, on June 21st, 2008, when pilot Eric Rupp launched from Hollister and flew a glider 444 miles to Calexico near the Mexican border, setting the airport's glider distance record.
Hollister traffic, station 4718 Foxtrot, depart, taxiing for runway 31 Hollister.
And as you can tell, there's a lot of history here, from early days of power flight to training Navy pilots during World War II. And after we park, you'll still get a sense of that passion with everyone we meet.
Hollister traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, clear up 31 Hollister.
Hollister traffic, Cessna November 3155 Echo, simulating emergency landing. Hollister traffic, runway 31.
Hollister traffic, Aero 1939 Hotel, crossing runway 24 at Alpha, Hollister.
Today, Hollister remains a regional center for glider operations, offering rides, flight instructions, and a non-profit soaring club. And while it might not have been 444 miles, Irene would be getting a taste of what it's like to soar like a bird, thanks to Hollister Soaring Center. But I won't spoil it.
Hollister traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, clear up 24 at Alpha.
Hollister 51 Echo, final runway 31 Hollister.
For those of you that are new here, let me tell you a little bit something about Irene. She loves her jets, especially her Blue Angels. And when she saw this next plane, she knew exactly what it was because it's what the Blue Angels used to fly as a support aircraft.
What is that? Is that a T-33?
And don't worry, we'll be showing you that T-33 a little later. And how cool is it to get a warm welcome on our arrival?
Welcome to Hollister.
Thank you.
Before we park, I want to mention that one thing we've learned about this area is to always be ready for those winds. Even though our arrival was surprisingly calm, our departure would tell a completely different story. Those crossing runways often are the first clue that the wind can shift throughout the day. And sure enough, we wouldn't be departing from the same runway we landed on.
Hollister traffic, station.
Hollister traffic, November 3155 Echo, clear runway 31. Hollister traffic.
Hollister traffic, station 4718 Foxtrot, departing runway 31 Hollister.
Parking is plentiful, and we'll admit on our first visit we were a little lost, but thanks to our friend we were much more confident on where to park this time.
We are here at Hollister, and the reason why we're doing this in here, because as soon as we get off this plane, the fun's going to start.
Oh yeah, we have a fun packed day.
Yeah, so we are going to meet our friend Phil, who's been actually a huge supporter of our channel for, I swear, like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And he's been excited to have us here. We've been excited to come here. We have a couple of things. Honestly, we don't want to ruin any of it. We're going to go see what we do because, to be honest, I have no idea all the stuff he's put together.
Yeah, we just know that there's an agenda and we're not in the know. So it's a surprise to both of us.
Yeah, let's get out of here and stop talking because I think Phil's waiting for us. And we got to get started because we're going to have all day here.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Phil, it's so finally good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Pleasure.
Hi.
So nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
We're just so happy you came to visit our neck of the woods.
I know. It's funny. We've come here before, and we're like, well, I guess there's no reason to ever come back.
Roger and Irene.
Hey.
Good to meet you.
Great to meet you, Kevin.
Kevin.
Right?
Irene.
Irene, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Pat?
This is Pat.
Hi.
How you doing?
Irene.
Good.
Phil's first stop was introducing us to Kevin, a retired Marine aviator who now operates Fox 3 Jet Warbirds here at Hollister.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's take a look around.
Okay.
I've had this 39 for 16 years, almost 16 years now. It's an honest stock 39. It's great. It's a lot of fun. In fact, if you want, I'll fly you today if you want.
Yeah, what? Yeah, is that rhetorical?
One of you choose. You flip a coin, I'll choose. And
Okay.
We can go up and take a quick flight.
Yes.
Okay.
Love that.
I know. Hey, Patrick, it took a while for him to agree to fly.
Within minutes of meeting Kevin, my day had gone from a simple airport visit to a bucket list experience.
Feels good.
While Roger and Kevin got ready for departure, Phil took us to the perfect spot to watch them take off.
Hollister traffic. Transient 410, runway 31 Alpha. Okay, we're looking good. Temps and pressures are good. Let's do this. Airspeed's alive. Looking for 90. Trim is set. And flaps. Put the nose down a little bit less.
Fun.
With Roger off in the L39, I figured I'd be watching from the ground. Instead,
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Have you ever been up in a plane?
No, I've never been in a glider. Oh, I'm excited.
All right, I mean, let's get you in the plane. Let's
All
get
right.
you strapped in.
Okay.
Let's go over some pre-flight stuff.
We can pull these a little tight. I don't think he's doing any aerobatics on you.
I hope not.
Yeah.
So after I just had the time of my life, I look over and find Irene getting in a glider.
Oh, how exciting.
At around 5,000 feet, it was time to release from the tow plane and continue the flight on our own.
This is amazing.
With both of our adventures behind us, it was time for lunch. For once, we set the cameras aside and simply enjoyed lunch with new friends. After spending the morning meeting so many people around the airport, we stopped by to visit the airport manager, Jeff.
Roger and Irene. They've been enjoying
Irene,
the
nice to meet you.
airport.
The airport is definitely evolving, and we want to encourage participation from aircraft coming through the area. And regardless of what that is, I'd love to see more jets come in on the field.
Right.
And I think we're fully capable of doing that. This is a great facility. We're open here, we want to invite more.
Jeff, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right, guys.
Good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
If you're flying into Hollister, one of your first stops will likely be Hollister Jet Center, family owned and operated for decades. It's the kind of place that immediately makes you feel welcome.
Roger, how are you?
David, good to meet you.
Irene.
Hi.
My mother's name is Irene.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was born actually in San Jose, so I didn't move too far down from where I was born.
Oh,
On a
okay.
ranch. There was a dairy and a ranch there. And,
Also-
right across from Reed Hill Airport. That's where my love for airplanes originated. Little boy watching them fly, little tater crafts and Piper Cubs and stuff.
Dave purchased the FBO in the 1990s, but the business itself has been welcoming pilots for decades. Looking through old photographs, it was easy to see just how much history had passed through these walls.
And what we wanted to be, my goal was to be a full service. I wanted a flight school. I wanted a rental airplane.
Oh.
If you want to learn how to fly, come here and learn how to fly. If you have a license but don't have an airplane, come and rent one of mine. And I wanted to service you on every level. You want to looking to buy one? I have airplanes for sale. I have several of them right now. And again, we're open 7 days a week. And they say if you do something that you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's the name of the game.
And it wasn't just happening here. Just a few hangars away, we met another person dedicating his time to preserving aviation in a very different way. Tucked away in another hangar was Vintage Wings and Wheels, where we met Ernie, a man who spent decades helping preserve pieces of aviation history.
Ernie, I'd like to introduce you to Roger and Irene.
Hey, did sir?
I've seen your videos.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hi,
Been
nice
all
to
the
meet
different
you.
airports. I started out with Stearman's when I was 18.
Oh, really?
I'm 74.
Today, his attention is focused on a Fairchild Model 45 Alpha, a project he's been hoping to have ready to fly to Oshkosh. Every detail, from the engine to the restored interior, reflects countless hours of craftsmanship and care. Walking through Ernie's hangar, it was impossible not to notice that every project had a story of its own. Some were nearing completion, others were still waiting patiently for their next chapter, but all of them were being cared for by people determined to keep aviation history alive. Throughout the day, we kept noticing the same thing, whether it was restoring airplanes, welcoming visiting pilots, or sharing stories from the past. Everyone we met seemed committed to preserving something bigger than themselves. Before we left, Phil wanted to show us one final piece of Hollister's aviation story. Long before today's pilots, warbirds, and gliders, this field served as we learned on the arrival, Naval Auxiliary Air Station Hollister. While much has changed over the decades, reminders of the history can still be found if you know where to look. But what stood out the most wasn't just the history, it was seeing the same passion for aviation still alive here today.
I love it here. Don't want to go, but we're heading home. So it's kind of gusty.
A little bit.
But it's going to be fun.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week on whatever shenanigans we get into.
Who knows anymore?
I know. I never thought this. Never thought this. So thanks, Hollister. And we'll see you guys next week.
We did mention we had no idea what we would be getting ourselves into today, but we knew it was going to be amazing, and if that wasn't the understatement of the century. Yes, it was spectacular, but what both Irene and I were really in awe of were the people. I mean, we have Kevin, who is a fighter pilot out of El Toro Marine Corps Air Station, a former base back home in SoCal that is now a park with the Flying Leatherneck Museum returning home to it. And we'll put a link to that video below. Then we have Ernie, who's one of the few people on Earth with the expertise he has with Fairchilds. Then we met Dave, who runs Hollister Jet Center, and 2 minutes speaking with him, you can still see the love of aviation. Next, we have Don, who took time out of his day to share his passion of gliding with Irene, something she'll never forget. And finally, Pat, who just loved aviation and wanted to be around it and found himself working with Kevin. And that's really the story here. You want to go to an airport where all that matters is you love aviation, this is your airport.
550 is rolling 31, Hollister.
629 Zulu, left base to final 24, landing on short of 3 on Hollister. No pressure, departing citation.
Hollister traffic, glider Kilo Lima, midfield, crosswind entry 24, Hollister.
As you can see in that golf cart, those are our friends being part of the farewell committee.
Hollister traffic, glider Kilo Lima, left crosswind 24, Hollister.
We want to thank all of our members so much for the constant support, and we briefly want to share with you a quick story about why our members are amazing, and it really tops off this airport and this series. So one of our members ended up flying to Salinas and ate at the restaurant at the terminal and chatted with the server and cook. Long story short, the server and cook had never been in a small plane, so this member offered them a ride. The server and cook then went to their boss, asked to take lunch to get their first flight in a small plane. He ended up giving them a ride to Monterey for a quick touch and go and back to Salinas. And that is how amazing our members are. Now that server and cook will never forget that first flight of their lives. Oh, and today's amazing day here could not have been possible without one of our members also. A huge thanks to Phil. It was a day we'll never ever forget. So just know, if you join, that's the type of community you be part of. And if you're curious about being a member, over on Patreon, we have pilots briefs, behind the scenes footage, on location live streams, and of course our off the record series where we're unfiltered about our airport visits. And finally, our last plugs, don't forget, we also have merch like shirts and hats.
Hollister traffic, Aero 1939 Hotel, taking runway 24 at Charlie for a right crosswind departure, Hollister.
2 years ago, we left Hollister thinking we'd probably never come back. In fact, I literally said those words. This time, we left wondering why more pilots don't come here. We'll definitely be back next time we're in Northern California, and not because we're hoping for another ride or to film more, but because we want to spend more time with the friends we made and hear more of their stories. We couldn't have asked for a better way to wrap up this Northern California series. Thank you all so much for joining us, and don't worry, we still have plenty more airports waiting to be discovered, and we'll definitely be back in the near future to film those. But for now, we'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
Traffic 29 Zulu will be left base to short final 24 Hollister.
Alice traffic, ground vehicle glider crossing runway 24 at Juliet, Hollister.
Hollister traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning right crosswind, departing to the south. Last call. Thanks, Bill, and thanks, Pat.
Have a good flight, guys.
Thank you. NorCal Departure, Aero 1939 Hotel out of Hollister. VFR request.
November 1939 Hotel, NorCal Departure, go ahead.
39 Hotel is a Papa 28 Romeo slant golf, requesting flight following to Concord, Charlie Charlie Romeo, 4,500.
November 1939 Hotel, squawk 4506, only nip altimeter 2987.
4506, 2987, 39 Hotel.
Hotel, radar contact 7 miles northwest of Hollister, 3,500. He said 4,500 is the requested altitude.
Affirmative, 4,500, 39 Hotel.
Hotel, traffic 1 o'clock, 7 miles opposite direction, altitude indicates 4,500.
We'll look for that traffic, 39 Hotel.
November 39 Hotel for traffic, turn right, heading 020.
Right, 020, 39 Hotel.
Bonanza 1708 Whiskey, contact Oakland Center on 128.7. You have a nice day.
1287, you too, sir. Thank you, Jerry Whiskey.
November 39 Hotel, traffic is currently 11 o'clock, 4 miles orbiting, altitude indicates 4,400, and additional traffic is 11 o'clock, 4 miles southbound, out of 6,000 a pack.
I got the 4,500 traffic inside 39 Hotel.
39 Hotel, roger, I'll have you on course once the pack is out of your way. Currently 11 to 10 o'clock, 4 miles, altitude is 6,200.
Looking for traffic. Oh, we got traffic inside 39 Hotel.
November 39 Hotel, reference both of those traffic. Can you resume a navigation?
Resume on nav, 39 Hotel.
NorCal, Jet 786 Tango Tango 67, climbing 9,000 during Pinoche.
Number 786 Tango Tango, NorCal approach, roger. Number 5 Lima Lima, maintain VFR at or below 14,000.
VFR at or below 14,000, 125.
November 9840 Bravo, traffic 11 o'clock, 13 miles northbound. A Baron, 11,300, will be stopping at 14,000.
40 Bravo, looking.